Pretty quick boot up time. And I have the first one here. I put all of these here. You can mount them wherever you want. This one's the GPS receiver. This one is the external microphone for the Bluetooth phone system that's built into the new unit. You can go without the external microphone. There's a mic right here. I tried both. I prefer it with the external microphone. And this guy here is the remote sensor for the 360-degree camera system that I installed. I'll show you that here in a minute. So for the radio, you've got your typical radio stations and such. You can scroll through them. You can expand that half screen to be full screen, to where you have a lot more options there. You can do split screen. I have it set to show the inclinometer, so the tilt front to back and side to side of the car shows. If it has a GPS signal, it also shows your elevation, your altitude. The AC controls here at the bottom, you can control the temperature for the driver's side with these two buttons here. You can control the temperature for the passenger side with these two buttons here. So it's pretty quick to respond. And right now it's on auto. So if we hit the actual icon for the vehicle, comes up with the AC controls. You can control all the different functions like you normally would with the factory setup. You can have 4 zones selected, or if you deselect that, the front controls control the rear as well. And you can turn the rear AC on or off, recirculation, obviously the different zones for heat. You can hit the rear control button to control the temperature on the back system, and you can change the fan speed here manually as well if you don't want to do auto. I'm going to go ahead and put it back on auto, and we hit the back button there to get out of that screen. Your volume, control it here. You can go up or down, and once the volume's on the screen, you can grab it here and change it pretty easily. There is a back and home button here. Home takes you back to whatever you have set at your home screen, and the back button, whenever you're in an app, just like the back button on your Android phone, acts as a back button there. By default, navigation goes to Google Maps. I set navigation to go to Waze, so when I hit navigation, it brings up my Waze. It works just like it does on your phone, except much larger screen. It will come up in full screen. You can search for your destination, enter it, manipulate it just as you would on your phone, and if you select another app, it'll cut it down to half screen, so you have split screen on your screen where you have Waze and your other functions there. Music, if you want to put music on here on a USB stick or upload it onto the device itself, you can do that so that you have music loaded on here. I don't have anything on there right now. Same with movies. You can load movies on a USB stick and then play them through the device. I don't have anything there. File manager, pretty straightforward. You look at the files on the device, and if you take this and scroll over to the left, you've got more here. The Play Store is your Google Play Store. You can download apps. Explorer is the web browser. Bluetooth will take you to your phone functionality down here. So you can dial a phone number, you can look at your phone book, your recent phone calls, the settings for pairing and such, and you can also stream music through your Bluetooth connection on your phone. Console lets you change some settings that are related to the vehicle, mainly the instant fuel and fuel history. I think that might work if you have a Bluetooth OBD2 dongle. I don't have one installed. Same with TPMS. I think that's what it's tied to. Amp info. You can change some basic settings for the amp. The only one I changed here was, let's see here. I guess I didn't change anything. Car settings. Has a few settings here for the car. I haven't been able to get any of them to do anything. I'm not sure if they are designed to do anything or not, or if maybe they're disabled for the LX570. Phone link and car audio, car auto. These are for the Android Car Auto and Apple, what is it called, CarPlay. And depending on what kind of phone you have, one or the other one of those will work. Depending on the phone, sometimes wirelessly and sometimes through the USB connection. And the USB connection, as long as you order it with the device, it's built in, and you can get that done. DVR, I think from reading the manual and some information online, it can record based on what the cameras and everything that you have attached to the car are able to see. And app list. You have a few simple apps that I loaded on here. YouTube Music and Waves, I think, are the other ones that I put on here. The rest came with the unit. Auxiliary, you can have a video and audio aux inputs for the device, and if you do like a DVD player or something like that, you can view what you're streaming from your DVD or any external devices. Car monitor will show the 360 surround camera system that I installed. Well, let's see. And I don't have it fully calibrated yet, but that's I'm in the garage, so you can see the garage door behind me and a little tool chest to the left, and the wall and such in the front. I have to set up the calibration for the 360 image to show up with all the lines and everything corrected. So by default, mine's set to show the front view. That's the one to the right there. This is the right side of the car. This is the left side of the car, and of course the rear. It's very useful. I like it better than the factory system. It has a lot more options as far as what you can view and such, and I think it's more useful. Brings the car up to date a bit. And that's it. That's all we got here. Pretty straightforward system. Took a little bit of tinkering and such to get it to work. And let me show you the rear screen here that I replaced the factory drop-down TV screen with. I think it works a lot better, much better picture, bigger for the kids to watch in the back seat. So this is the rear screen that installed instead of the back seat. It has map lights you can turn on and off, and then it's not motorized. It's hard to see the picture quality on the phone here on the video, but it is actually really good picture quality. This one's a 15.6-inch screen, and it has a small remote that comes along with it, and you can load videos on a USB stick, a memory card, or it has an HDMI input as well, or RCA video and audio inputs. I have the USB here plugged into the side. 32 gig seems to work fine, and I've got 9 different movies loaded on there right now. I tried a handful of them in different formats. Works perfectly fine. I prefer this one definitely over the factory screen. The beige color matches the factory color really well. There's a little bit of a shift in color here on the video I'm taking, but it does match the factory color really well, and works real well with the system. I'm going to run one more wire here from this screen over to front system for the video output, and that way the front passenger can also watch videos on long road trips and such that the kids are watching in the back seat. The other nice thing about this flip-down video system is the FM output for the audio. I was going to run the RCA cables for audio over to the front system, but I found out going through the menu items that the FM transmitter is already built into it. I set it to 87.7, and it's broadcasts really well, really clear. Sound quality is great. Also, if you have the factory Lexus infrared headphones, these guys here, they do work with this particular flip-down video system. Had the kids try it yesterday. Works really great. Audio quality is good, probably better than the factory system, and overall, real happy with the system so far. A couple little tweaks and things that I'll be making over the next couple weeks to get it working the way I like, a little bit better. But so far, very impressed, and the support from the Phoenix Automotive guys to get a few little things working the way I wanted on the head unit has definitely been great. They do have China support, so sometimes it's evening hours when you're speaking to them or emailing with them, but they have been very helpful and prompt to respond. As long as you're not in a huge rush and need an answer within 5 minutes, they're very good. Surprisingly so for a company that's importing from China. Overall, system gets thumbs up from me. Few little quirks and things. I think second time around, if somebody's doing it, much easier. Just took a little bit of time to get things figured out. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.